When marimba rhythm starts to play, dance with me, make me sway. Like a lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close, sway me more. Like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me, sway with ease. When you dance you have a way with me, stay with me, sway with me. Other dancers may be on the floor, clear, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have the magic technique. When we sway, I grow weak. I can hear the sounds of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Jan Vogel, the CEO and the Executive Director of the South Bay Workforce Investment Board. I'm really happy to be your host today at this momentous occasion for us. It's the 25th award ceremony we have. This is a little different this year. Usually have a nice party, a dinner, we have food, we have singing, we have dancing, but this is virtual, so it's a lot different. And it's kind of funny, isn't it, that you can see me, but I can't see, well, wait a minute. I see somebody. I think I see Mayor Pat Fury at Torrance slouching in his chair. Pat, sit up straight, will you? It's really embarrassing. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, it's a little different being this virtual event. If it was the 25th, if we had a live ceremony here, we were going to do some great things. We were going to have clowns and we were going to have elephants. What happened to that elephant? Get rid of that elephant. We stuck the elephant back there. And we were going to have singing, and Mayor Butts was going to yodel for us, and Maxine Waters was going to dance, and it was really going to be something. Well, we'll save that for next year. But anyway, it is a momentous occasion, and of course the purpose is to honor some outstanding participants who basically are indicative of the thousands of participants we serve each year, some outstanding businesses, and some of our great service providers. Because this is the 25th year, my staff wanted me to go over a little bit of the history of the South Bay WIB and some of our accomplishments. Well, about 38 years ago is when we formed the consortium with 7 other cities, 8 cities in all. Inglewood was the administrative entity, and it was Inglewood, Hawthorne, Lawndale, El Segundo, Gardena, Manhattan, Hermosa, Redondo Beach. And we joined together to form this consortium in order to receive funds directly to provide services to our clients, to the residents, to the local businesses. And worked out pretty well. Back in 1995, something happened that was interesting. We had a tremendous grant, an aerospace grant. There was a downturn in the aerospace industry, and we served with 11 other boards all over Southern California. Aerospace laid off workers, and they used our training provider list. One place they could go to any board, any center, we would pay the bill. It was terrific, and it really was reenacted years later in a new bill, and they put that specifically in their bill to have the ability to pay bills quickly and centralized. WIOA came about in 1998 and took the place of JTPA, and in 2000, City of Hawthorne became the administrative entity for the next 12 years. 2001, unfortunately, was 9/11, and that's the biggest terrorist disaster in the history of the United States. Locally, we were affected by that because of LAX. LAX was going to lay off about 1,000 workers. So we put in an application, South Bay WIB, in partnership with LA City and LA County, and we went to the state and we said, we need these funds now. And the state says, well, you got to apply, and it'll take time to review, and maybe you'll get funded. And I said, no, these people need service right now. And I said, I have money to use, you just got to let me use my own money, state money, and then reimburse us. They said no. Well, as luck would have it, about 2 days later, I was at a meeting in Seattle with a bunch of aerospace companies and the head of EDD at the time, Mr. Michael Bernick. And I asked Michael, I said, your staff won't let me borrow the money so I can start serving the people. Can I use my money and get reimbursed? Silence. Stoic. Never changed an expression. I said, can I do that? I really need to serve these people. Silence. So I did something kind of unusual. I grabbed his head and I said, you're saying yes, right? And I put his head in an affirmative position. I looked across the table and I said, you saw that, you're a witness. He said, yes. The next day I called the staff up at the state EDD and I said, your boss says I can do it. Bingo. We served 1,000 people that wouldn't have gotten served. So I'm surprised he didn't punch me in the nose, actually. But that was a interesting time, 2001. Carson joined our other 8 cities, became 9 cities in our consortium, and later on Torrance and Lomita did, so we have 11 cities in our consortium. And of course, in 2012-13, we went back to Inglewood as the administrative entity, but at that time, we were a fully nonprofit operating entity, so we became even more effective and efficient than previously. In 2014, WIOA took the place of WIA. It's a little history lesson. Some of those accomplishments over the years: we administer the largest transitional subsidized employment program in the country. When they had the stimulus bill about 10 years ago, we put 11,000 people that are on public assistance on work sites throughout the county. And we still take several thousand every year, funded by LA County. Thank you, LA County Board of Supervisors. We have, of course, 4 centers operational: Torrance, Carson, and Gardena and Inglewood. We have 2 teen centers, one in Hawthorne, one in Inglewood. I don't know of any other board that has a teen center. And we started operating a youth build program to provide vocational services to those youth that have dropped out of school to get their high school diploma while they were learning a trade. In the last couple of years, we started apprenticeship programs. Now, the governor wanted apprenticeship programs to start all over the state. Well, we did it. We started an aerospace apprenticeship program several years ago. There had never been an aerospace apprenticeship program that was designated by the Department of Labor. It was certified by the Department of Labor, as well as Division of Apprenticeship Standards at the state. Since then, we put hundreds of individuals in apprenticeship programs and pre-apprenticeship programs with some of our largest employers, some of our largest aerospace employers around. Probably in the next 3 years, we'll put 5,000 different manufacturing individuals into that apprenticeship program. A couple years ago, we started working on a bioscience program, which is an apprenticeship program, BioFlex. We took the template of the aerospace program and we put it onto bioscience. That's going on now. We've already served 100 people. We're going to serve many, many more. Thank you, Supervisor Mark Ridley-Thomas, for your support on that program. Other things, we have traditional construction programs, traditional apprenticeship programs. The SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, the best stadium in the country. And that stadium is still being worked on, and all the outlining areas around the stadium, because they have the former Hollywood Park racetrack. There's going to be so many other venues and parks and retail stores, and we're going to be placing lots and lots of local people in those areas. South Bay WIB placed about 100 new apprentices in the construction trades on that project and on some related projects. And what we're real proud of is about half of those individuals were African American. So as you may know, African American males were a small minority of construction employees in the past, but we changed that. And in fact, it was so successful that the federal highways through Caltrans funded us to run the programs, to run more programs so that we could put more local people to work, particularly African American males. We have Blueprint for Workplace Success. We have a curriculum training people how to get a job and how to keep a job. I don't know too many other boards that have their own curriculum. I must have been about 17 years ago. We took a bunch of businesses, we took some educators, we put them in a hotel room, we locked the door. We said, don't come out until you have a curriculum. And they did, and it works. Now it's in Spanish, and you could do it by paper, you could do it virtually. It's really terrific. We have foster youth programs. We have lots of different youth programs that I'm proud of. Anyway, I wanted to mention those. Fit for Gold program by another one. We can't do any of these things. We can't have a program like this without sponsors. And the sponsors provide funding to us to pay for this, as well as take our net proceeds from this event and put it into our youth programs, primarily those programs at our teen center. So I'd like to recognize those sponsors right now. Might have to put on my glasses. We have two presenting sponsors. Presenting sponsors for $5,000, we have Inglewood Game Changer, which it's going to be wonderful. We know the Lakers just won the championship. Congratulations, Lakers. And last night, the Dodgers won the World Series after 32 years. So hopefully we don't have to wait another 32 years. Inglewood Game Changer and the Clippers, they'll be the next champions to come along. Southern California Edison is a presenting sponsor. Thank you very much. And that's Todd Sword and Connie Turner. We have platinum sponsors, American Career College, Sandra. Thank you very much, Sandra. Always a great school, providing training for lots of our participants. Centinela Hospital Medical Center, I don't know, every 2 months they win another award because of their great services at that hospital. And Mohammed Nasser's on our board, executive board. Thank you very much, Mohammed. Sharp Interior Systems. They hire so many of our people at very good paying jobs. Chuck Nelson, thank you very much. Skanska, very, very large construction company. They do a great job, involved in all local projects. Michael Richardson, the contact person. He's a real good friend. Thanks for hiring our people, Michael. West Basin Water District. They're always supporting us. Thank you, Gloria Gray, for all the wonderful work you do, and thank you for supporting us. Gold sponsors. We have $1,500 sponsors from Bockham Americas, Inc., one of the largest science industry employers in the world. Michael Brink is on our board. He's also chairs our bio science committee. Thank you very much. Cal State University, Dominguez Hills. Thank you, President Parham, my alma mater. Centinela Valley Education Foundation. What a school district. They do so many innovative, wonderful things. So I really appreciate it. Great Superintendent Greg O'Brien. Thank you very much. Thank you, Cammie. Golden State Water Company. Thanks for your contribution. Hollywood Park Casino. Back in the early 90s when Hollywood Park Casino opened up, virtually 90%, at least 90% of the people hired there was through the Inglewood One Stop. Training funding partners. Juliana Kirby helps us train employees in incumbent workers so that they can become better employees for those companies and gain a better wage and keep their jobs. Watson Land Company from Carson on our board. Jeffrey Jennison and Matthew Means, thank you very much. Silver sponsors, we have AAA Institute, Chevron, Lily Craig, does a wonderful job for the community, always has. El Camino College, thank you, Dr. Maloney and Jose Anaya. El Camino College Education Foundation, Andrea Sala, thank you, Andrea, very much. IBEW, Mike Costigan on our board, really appreciate that. Learn It Academy, Inc., Los Angeles World Airport, our friends there, and we have Chamberlain DeRue. Plumbers, Local 78, Jeremy Diaz on our board. Thank you very much, Jeremy. Where was I? ProPath Inc., Dave Baccariso, ProPath, great service provider for us. Cervicon Systems, Michael Medician, supplied P2E supplies for us when we needed it desperately in order to keep our employees safe and participants safe. Really appreciate it. Southern California Gas Company on our board, Mike Harriel, very, very good supporter of the South Bay WIB. Union Bank, Sean Banks. West LA College, President Limbaugh. And our community sponsor, I think we have the Accounting Annex. Thank you very much for our sponsors. Well, What we can't do is we can't forget our elected officials. Without the elected officials, there would be no South Bay Workforce Investment Board. And a few of the elected officials wanted to say a few words today. First, you're going to hear from Mayor James T. Butts Jr., the Mayor City of Inglewood, also representing the chief elected officials for the South Bay Workforce Investment Board. You know, Jim Butts, I remember him when I was a little boy, and my dad took me to a parade, and Jim Butts was a police officer, and I said, "Daddy, who's that?" He said, "That's Patrolman Butts." I said, "Oh, he really looks like a nice guy." I was just a little boy, and Jim Butts is very old. Next up, you're going to hear from Congressmember Maxine Waters. Congressmember Waters is a great friend of the South Bay WIB. For decades, she's been a supporter, and she really cares about her citizens and wants to do as much as possible for those that need the help the most. Assemblymember Autumn Burke, another great legislator. It's a education committee, career and education committee, always supports the South Bay WIB and anything to do that will better people's training opportunities. We're also going to hear from Albert Robles, the mayor of the great city of Carson, and Assemblymember Mike Gibson. You should have heard him speak at the presentation to the Budget Committee and Finance, attempting to save our TSE program, which was going to be cut 80% of it across the state on the governor's revise. He spoke passionately about keeping that program, as well as all the other state legislators that help us, and because of that, the money was restored. Let's hear from our great elected officials.
On behalf of the member cities that comprise the South Bay Workforce Investment Board Consortium, it is indeed my privilege to extend a warm welcome to all of you that have joined in this celebration of the 25th Annual Award Ceremony. I've known and worked with Jan Vogel for over 40 years, and it never ceases to amaze me as to how the WIB is able to maintain the huge volume of cases they successfully manage yearly, assisting individuals in need of training and support as they seek to enter the job market, as well as businesses and industry who turn to them for their hiring needs and economic growth. Even with the challenges that the COVID-19 pandemic has swept over our region and the nation, the essential workers at the WIB have adapted to their clients' needs and used technology and innovation to continue to provide vital services that has helped to strengthen the economic vitality of the South Bay region. Today, we collectively recognize and honor those individuals who overcame adversity with the WIB's help to gain meaningful employment and stability, and some remarkable business and industry training partners and educational institutions that work hand in hand with the WIB to prepare the workforce of the future. Thank you, Jan, and your staff for what you've accomplished over the past 38 years. And everyone, please enjoy this ceremony, and thank you for your continued support.
Hello, everyone. I am so pleased to join the South Bay Workforce Investment Board as you celebrate your 25th annual award ceremony. I wish we could all be together in a beautiful ballroom with great food, as we have in the past, and see my friend, Jan Vogel, recognize all of you wonderful participants and hear about your inspiring success stories. I know this year has brought many challenges, but I know the tools you have learned by working with the South Bay WIB will help you to keep on a path of success. To today's honorees, Dr. Dina Maloney, President of El Camino College, proudly located in my 43rd Congressional District, receiving the Community Partner Award. I congratulate you and thank you for your service to the El Camino community. And Dr. James Limbaugh, President of West Los Angeles College, as a former recipient myself, I congratulate you for being this year's recipient of the Esther Williams Award. I would also like to thank all of the employers for being important partners with the WIB and for being good business neighbors to your communities. And of course, the phenomenal South Bay WIB staff. Thank you for all the work you do. I hope everyone enjoys this year's virtual ceremony. Thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Autumn Burke, Assemblywoman for the 62nd Assembly District. I'd like to take this time to congratulate the South Bay Workforce Investment Board on its 25th award ceremony. Jan Vogel and his team have provided excellent service and leadership to our local governments, community colleges, our business community, and to local job seekers. In fact, South Bay WIB is constantly rated among the top performing workforce investment boards in the state. Although this is the 25th year of the award ceremony, you should know that the South Bay WIB has provided no-cost service to businesses and individuals in the South Bay for over 37 years. In fact, more than 110,000 adults and youth and business operators visit the South Bay WIB's 4 one-stop business and career centers each year. I encourage everyone to take advantage of their many career development programs and services, which include workforce training, hiring support, rapid response and layoff aversion support, not to mention their job preparation academy for those seeking a career in the construction or public utility fields. They also have a highly successful re-entry second chance career pathway program for recent parolees. As if those services aren't enough, they also administer highly acclaimed programs for homeless veterans and for youth and young adults. These services include veteran employment-related assistance, youth job fairs, and their very successful Fit for Gold tutoring and fitness academy. As the chair of the Assembly Select Committee on Career Technical Education, I'm proud to have such a strong partnership with the South Bay Workforce Investment Board. Thank you for all you do to keep our businesses and our families thriving. Stay safe and healthy.
Welcome to the 25th Annual South Bay Workforce Investment Board. I want to congratulate each and every awardee recipient today. Congratulations. I want to express my appreciation to the board as the mayor of Carson for having such a phenomenal, successful program. Carson is lucky to have one of the 4 career centers and right here at the community center. And one of the greatest pleasures that I have as mayor is being approached by a resident, which happens often when they tell me that they've been gainfully employed and given a leg up by the Career Center. And I know that's your responsibility. So thank you for the phenomenal work that you do. Thank you for your efforts in making not just Carson, but the entire South Bay a much better community for everyone.
I want to congratulate the South Bay Workforce Investment Board for doing an outstanding job as we celebrate this wonderful occasion of 25 years, not only 25 successful years, but also under the leadership and direction of my good friend, Jan Vogel, who serves as our executive director. Jan, you and the Workforce Investment Board stands as a testament in our community by providing critical services to individuals who needs them, to allowing those individuals to come through the doors and allow them to have the confidence, because a new narrative is going to be written for their lives based on the work that you guys have provided day in and day out. Even in the midst of COVID-19, you're still changing people's lives for the better, making sure that individuals receive services who may possibly be homeless. You're there, transitioning people and their career choices so that they can write a new narrative. You're there. Let me simply say congratulations. I know that there will be 25 additional years that will be added because of the work that you're doing for the people in this state. Jan, and to the Workforce Investment Board, congratulations on this momentous occasion. And I believe that the best is still yet to come. Congratulations.
In addition, we have a few words from our chairman, Wayne Spencer.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Wayne Spencer, chairman of the board of the South Bay Workforce Investment Board. The board of directors is proud to be a part of this milestone 25th award ceremony that highlights yet another year of extraordinary achievements by our tremendous staff that serves 11 communities through our 4 one-stop business and career centers, as well as 2 teen centers. This past program year, well over 100,000 individuals and businesses were provided with a variety of no-cost services, including job training and employment preparation, career exploration and counseling, and specialized services for veterans, laid off workers, homeless individuals, and job preparation for persons wanting to enter the construction and utility sectors, and the reentry second chance career pathway for recent parolees, along with many programs for apprenticeships and youth. We look forward to working with our community partners as we identify and implement strategies that will result in the development of a world-class workforce with enhanced opportunities for industries seeking to join us, and for the job seekers looking for employment in this vibrant and dynamic South Bay region. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been my pleasure and my distinct honor to address this body at our milestone 25th award ceremony. Thank you again. My name is Wayne Spencer, Chairman of the Board. Have a great evening.
Thank you for all those kind words. Now it's time to start our awards presentation. And first up is the Community Partner Award, Dr. Dina Maloney. With a culture of innovation, collaboration, and teamwork to support student achievement, Dr. Dina Maloney, Superintendent and President of El Camino Community College, has been a valued partner with the South Bay Workforce Investment Board. Since her leadership began in 2016, her core values have aligned with South Bay Workforce Investment Board. With an insatiable appetite for learning and an inexhaustible work ethic, she has gone above and beyond to keep our program strong at the El Camino campus. A close colleague stated, "I have never encountered anyone as truly committed to consultation and collaboration as President Maloney." That sense of teamwork has benefited the Workforce Board in countless ways. A respected, dedicated, and passionate leader, Dr. Maloney will be retiring this year, and we know our relationship with her will be truly missed. It is a great privilege and honor to recognize her with this year's Community Partnership Award.
Thank you so much. It took me down memory lane to see all those photos from when I first joined the college in 2016 to now. The years have gone by so fast, and it's been such a joy to lead El Camino College during this time. Jan, I want to thank you so much and thank the South Bay WIB for honoring me in this way. I don't think a lot of people know, but Jan and I have worked together for about 20 years. I first started working with Jan when I was a Dean of Economic Development at College of the Canyons. We worked on some projects to help get folks trained and placed in jobs in the Santa Clarita Valley. And then when I joined El Camino College, I had the opportunity to renew that friendship and be able to work with Jan closely on so many projects. I'm truly honored by this. I thank you so much for the recognition. And really, I thank you for the opportunity to work with the South Bay WIB and with the support of the Board of Trustees to make great things happen in the South Bay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dina. Now the biggest honor of the evening, the Esther Williams Award. Esther Williams was one of the pioneer members of the South Bay Workforce Investment Board and the first chairperson in 1982. Esther was well known for her commitment and leadership in making sure the board fulfilled its purpose of providing the highest quality job training and job placement services for adults and youth in the South Bay. The Esther Williams Award of Excellence is presented to those individuals who epitomize her record of service and commitment to the lofty ideals and purpose of the South Bay Workforce Investment Board, and who strive to improve the quality of life in our communities through their professionalism and lasting contributions. And this year, we couldn't have a more deserving recipient. Dr. James Limbaugh, president of West LA College, is a visionary who views student success as a community goal. Since 2016, when his tenure began, Dr. Limbaugh has dedicated his focus on community outreach to both establish new partnerships and reinvigorate former collaborations. His list of successes include establishing dual enrollment between local school districts and the community college, establishing a college food pantry and wardrobe for students in need, overseeing an aggressive building project that will garner 3 new academic buildings, as well as created the first community college climate change program. He has been paramount in the college's partnership with the South Bay Workforce Investment Board, which has resulted in the creation of an apprenticeship program in aerospace engineering that has been certified by the U.S. Department of Labor as the first of its kind in the United States, and led us to being awarded a $12 million grant from the Department of Labor that will put 5,000 people to work across the nation and in the South Bay. But it's not just accomplishments that make him the obvious choice for this honor today. Jim really cares about making a difference in students' lives. According to his wife, Trish, every day he wonders how he and the school can do more to support the students of West, the district, and the community at large. I know he is humbled by this recognition, but feels more honored to be part of the worthwhile cause. His colleagues stated, Jim puts students above all else. By interacting with them, he hears what they are dealing with beyond their academic lives. Their struggle with food, insecurity, poverty, homelessness, or finding employment. With that information, he's mobilized the college to come up with ways to support these students. It is indeed an honor to welcome Dr. James Limbaugh to accept this year's Esther Williams Award.
Wow. I am from the South, and us Southerners usually are not at a loss for words. And I can honestly say that I am humbled by the recognition, humbled by the fact that an organization as prestigious as the South Bay Workforce Investment Board finds that my contributions are worthy of their highest honor, and I am virtually speechless. I think everybody in a position of leadership knows they can't do it by themselves. And you may have seen in the pictures my standing with my wife, Trish. And I just wanted to thank her for being my conscience, for being my Jiminy Cricket, and for being the individual that whenever I said this is too much for me, she reminded me that the privilege of being college president is one that I should always be thankful for. And then she tells me, get up and go to work. So thank you, Trish. And again, thank you so much for being recognized by individuals for whom I have the greatest respect.
Congratulations to our honorees. Those were our prestigious awards for the night. Now it's time to introduce and honor our businesses, participants, and training providers. First up, our business awards. Without our employers, nobody would be working. Casabella Properties, based in Lawndale, was challenged with finding qualified part-time administrative assistants to manage the front office and answer the phones in a busy office where things move quickly. They became paid work experience partner with the Inglewood One Stop. Casabella owner Frank Rodriguez has contributed greatly to our youth services programs, providing an opportunity for workplace learning and becoming a mentor to our youth interns interested in real estate and property management. Frank has contributed to our workplace learning programs by being a guest speaker and inspiring our students at Youth Build, as well as the Guardian Scholars Program at El Camino College. Because of Frank's mentoring, one of our youth interns, Brandon Miner, is currently studying to pass the real estate exam and receive a real estate license. Frank also became a member of the South Bay Workforce Investment Board, representing businesses in the city of Lawndale. Frank is always willing to support our programs and has become a mentor and an inspiration to our youth. Gardena-based Silajet Aviation Grade is a leading provider of specialty sealant, originally developed for the commercial aerospace industry as the first true anti-corrosive sealant to protect painted and metal surfaces on commercial aircrafts. Silajet has provided employment opportunities for many South Bay residents, including low-income adults, youth, re-entry clients, and individuals with disabilities. Working closely with their recruiting and operations team, Silajet is committed to a continued industry partnership, ongoing career pathway efforts, and work-based learning opportunities for the South Bay residents. Hollywood Park Casino in Inglewood was experiencing the challenge of finding qualified candidates to fill the numerous food service, hospitality, and customer service positions. The company is committed to providing employment opportunities to the residents of Inglewood and the South Bay, and wants to partner with the South Bay WIB to increase the flow of qualified candidates to their vacant positions. With the assistance of the Inglewood One Stop staff, the pipeline of qualified candidates has greatly increased. Hollywood Park Casino is looking forward to increasing its use of all the services offered by the One Stop Business and Career Center including on-site recruitments, on-the-job training programs. SoFi Stadium in Inglewood turned to the South Bay Workforce Investment Board's Inglewood One-Stop Center to establish the Security, Entertainment, Retail Vocational Program, SERVE. The program supplies a pipeline of qualified candidates to the stadium by providing support services, access to training and employment in the service industry, with a huge emphasis on the thousands of workers needed for events and game days. The SoFi team has partnered with the Inglewood One-Stop Serve program to provide training and job placement for individuals seeking employment, and has been gracious enough to host tours and attended several virtual job fairs and hiring events, including our recent youth virtual job fair. To date, thousands of local residents have attended the bi-weekly online Serve Zoom info sessions, and hundreds have been referred to apply for jobs at SoFi Stadium and its contractors.
My name is Jason Witt. I'm the Director of Community Engagement for SoFi Stadium in Hollywood Park. Just want to say thank you to the South Bay Workforce Investment Board for all of their hard work, and especially to the Inglewood One Stop for the SERVE program and for all of the fantastic referrals we have received thus far. Thank you again for working with us as we look to achieve our 35% post-construction goal, and look forward to future collaboration.
Morph 3D, based in El Segundo, was faced with a decrease in customer contracts and financial cuts across the board. Company growth had been paused and employee skill gaps became more visible. Human resources at Morph 3D no longer had the resources to recruit and hire new employees or offer external training to current employees. The internship program that Morph 3D ran for the last 4 summers seemed like an impossibility as well. Through a partnership established with the South Bay WIB, 2 on-the-job training programs were set up to provide the company with wage supplements for interns. Being able to maintain the Morph 3D internship program meant that the company could continue the program while still providing customers the highest quality products. Cervicon, recognized by Los Angeles Business Journal as the best place to work, Cervicon enjoys an outstanding 97% employee retention rate. Cervicon was founded on its expertise in providing specialized janitorial and custodial services to many sectors, including healthcare, aerospace, and biotech. The company has been a longtime partner and supporter of the South Bay Workforce Investment Board and the South Bay One-Stop Business and Career Centers in Inglewood. They have utilized many of the services provided by the One-Stop to hire their employees. The One-Stop Center screens and vets applicants before they are referred. Consequently, Cervicon has looked to the South Bay WIB as a reliable resource for qualified candidates to meet their hiring needs, and I thank Cervicon for the help for the cleaning supplies provided to our centers in this dire pandemic time. Always Best Care, Manhattan Beach. Manhattan Beach-based Always Best Care, ABC, combines national strength and standards with local accessibility and personal services. ABC provides personalized short or long-term care for senior clients at their place of residence. Their caregivers are registered through the state and thoroughly screened, bonded, and insured. If staying at home is not a viable option, ABC offers complimentary services to assist their clients and their family members to navigate through the process of finding the best independent assisted living community or boarding care facility. ABC has been a partner of the South Bay WIB and the South Bay One-Stop Business and Career Center in Torrance as a resource for finding qualified candidates to meet their hiring needs. Thanks to our important employers. And now we will recognize our participants who have overcome employment barriers and achieved success, but who are indicative of the thousands of individuals we serve each year. Ashley Brown, a single mother of 3, moved to California from Louisiana and worked multiple jobs, searching for the right employment to build a better life for herself and her children. Having no prior office experience made it hard to find employment after 3 years of pursuit. She decided to contact the South Bay WIB for assistance. Ashley immediately started the Transitional Subsidized Employment Program and was hired at the Inglewood One-Stop. After 4 months, she was interviewed, offered a position at the South Bay WIB Administrative Office. With the guidance, support, and experience gained from the program, Ashley now has a full-time job at Magnetica, Inc., an aerospace company in Gardena. Daryl Ray Edwards, who was living in a transitional housing program, was referred to us by his parole agent shortly after his release from state prison serving a nearly 30-year life sentence. He had limited work experience and also faced challenges with his use and understanding of technology. Prior to his incarceration, Daryl served in the U.S. Marine Corps during the Vietnam era, which made him eligible for specialized services for veterans, including housing, healthcare, disability benefits, and support services. He also received assistance in the areas of email use, resume preparation, accessing online applications, financial literacy, and various other valuable resources. Daryl began a subsidized paid work experience program as an industrial mechanic trainee with a Gardena-based vitamin packaging company. While in custody of the state, Daryl obtained experience working with industrial machines and performing general maintenance duties, making him an ideal candidate for this position. Upon completing his work experience, Daryl successfully secured a permanent position with the same company. He is grateful for his services received and is diligently working and saving to get a car and an apartment. Inglewood resident Jose Gomez visited our one-stop center and attended our construction and utility pathway program orientation after being referred to us by the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, following his release from prison after serving a 26-year sentence. While incarcerated, Jose participated in various in-prison vocational training programs, including a welding program. However, he lacked industry-recognized credentials upon his release. His eagerness to work and desire to acquire new skills was instantly perceived by his career counselor and construction partners. Jose was sponsored into the local Ironworkers Union 433 via Bumgardner Construction and dispatched to the SoFi Stadium project in the city of Inglewood as a journeyman in training with an hourly wage of $45.25.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to thank all the people in the One Stop program in Inglewood, California for helping me achieve the goals that I needed to achieve. From the construction training that I received through their program, I was able to get a job here at the SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. After doing 26 years being incarcerated, I was able to get a job here through the Ironworkers Union 433, making over $45 an hour. And once again, I'd like to thank the people in the One Stop program in Inglewood, especially Rosalind Clark. Thank you.
Inglewood resident Marjorie Briscoe visited us for employment and training services following long periods of unemployment. During her initial career counseling sessions, she expressed a desire to transfer her education and workforce development skills of over 10 years to a position in human resources with a focus on recruiting and staff development. Working with her career counselor, she realized her lack of formal training in the areas of employment laws, benefits, and human resources information systems. Marjorie was enrolled in the Human Resource Management course at Loyola Marymount University Extension. While completing the program, she successfully secured employment with Hollywood Park Management, LLC, as a recruitment specialist with an hourly wage of $30 an hour.
My name is Marjorie Briscoe, and I chose the Inglewood One Stop Career Center as I explored the idea of transitioning to a new career. I benefited from participating in all of the Blueprint for Success workshops, and I'd especially like to thank Ms. Sharon Watson, Coordinator of Career Services, for assisting me in obtaining a training voucher, which has prepared me for the position I now hold as Human Resources Specialist with SoFi Stadium and Hollywood Park.
Brian Villegas, a Carson youth resident, had applied to several aerospace companies with no luck in finding a job. He came across an internship opportunity with L3 Harris Electron Devices. Due to a partnership with L3 Harris and the South Bay One Stop in Torrance, he was referred for employment services. Brian was supported by a career counselor and received assistance in resume building, interview skills, and showcasing his talents. After completing his internship with L3 Harris, the skills he acquired provided him the edge he needed to interview for a position within the company. As a result, he was offered a job at L3's Anaheim location as an associate test engineer. After being laid off from his job as a delivery driver with Fast Track Expediting due to downsizing, Glenn Crenshaw, a Carson resident, turned to the South Bay Workforce Investment Board, Carson One Stop, to see how he could get back into the workforce. Working with career counselors to determine his short and long-term career goals, Glenn decided to pursue his Class A driver's license and was enrolled into a heavy equipment driver course at College of Instrument Technology. Shortly after he completed his training in February 2020, CIT provided him with employment leads. A few days later, he got a job offer with Western Express Inc. as a Class A truck driver starting at $32.14 per hour. Carson resident Catherine Vierzy was laid off from her job as a director of library services and learner support for Argosy University due to closure in the summer of 2019. She went to the South Bay WIB's One-Stop Business and Career Center in Carson and entered the Dislocated Worker Program. After meeting with her caseworker various times for career counseling, Catherine was enrolled into a program for grant writing and administration training at Cal State University Dominguez Hills Extension Program. After completing the course, Catherine secured a position working as a career coach at the Coalition for Responsible Community Development. Unfortunately, she was laid off again due to COVID-19. But Catherine didn't let this setback deter her and subsequently procured employment at the Employment Development Department as an employment program representative. Isabel Aguayo, a youth participant at CalWorks recipient from Carson, was referred to our one-stop center for job search assistance. She was seeking employment to assist her grandmother financially, who was raising her alone. Isabel was enrolled into the Fit for Gold program, where she was introduced to various workshops, including resume assistance, job shadowing, company tours, and career fairs. She received leadership and mentor coaching, life skills guidance, financial literacy, financial aid training, college-bound seminars, and tutoring assistance. She successfully completed both our Blueprint 1 and Blueprint 2 work readiness training curriculum and was awarded a gold level certification. She completed 120 hours of paid work experience where she exercised the leadership skills she had recently learned to mentor youth in her community and at Carson Park. Isabel has successfully graduated from high school with a 4.09 GPA and will be attending Cal State University Fullerton. El Segundo resident Shane Hagan visited our one-stop center after being laid off from his position in the information technology sector. Despite his impressive background in server infrastructure as a system engineer, Shane lacked industry-recognized credentials, a formal education, and professional certifications. Working with his career counselor, Shane enrolled into the Cisco Certified Network Administrator program at New Horizons Career Development Solutions. Shortly after successfully completing his training program, he secured employment with NKSFB, one of Los Angeles' largest premier accounting and business management firms, as a system engineer with a six-figure income. Louis Anderson, a young adult who was homeless, was in need of employment services. He visited our one-stop center in Gardena and shared his challenges securing stable employment due to his substance abuse, homelessness throughout his life as a foster youth, and his limited work experience as well. Louis was enrolled in our youth program services, where he received career exploration sessions and an individual service strategy plan, which included a paid work experience assignment. He attended the Blueprint for Workplace Success Employment Prep course and was also enrolled in the Homeless Opportunity for Meaningful Employment program to access specialized services for individuals experiencing homelessness. Louis secured full-time employment as a security guard and is now on track with his goal of obtaining a career in law enforcement. Dina resident Rodney Hieronymus faced a second layoff from his position in the automotive industry. As a tenured buyer with experience in procurement, product development, and contract management, he visited our one-stop center in hopes of obtaining industry-recognized certifications to enhance his career, avoid future layoffs, and achieve career mobility. Working with his career counselor, he developed an individual employment plan, which included occupational skills training. Rodney was enrolled in UCLA's Extension Supply Chain Management course. After completing the program, Rodney secured contractual employment with Torrance-based employer Aerotech as a procurement specialist with an hourly wage of $37 an hour. Hawthorne resident Lena Santos was completing a supervised release program required by the U.S. Federal Probation to assist her reintegration back into the workforce. Prior to her conviction, Lena had obtained education and work experience in accounting and finance. However, due to the nature of her conviction and a requirement to disclose her conviction prior to obtaining employment, securing a job was posing a great challenge. Lena was referred to our one-stop center, where she was enrolled in the Homeless Opportunity and Meaningful Employment Program to access specialized services for her transition into the community. Working with her career counselor, Lena was assigned a position providing administrative support to warehouse operations at Gardena-based Singla Spices through a 300-hour subsidized paid work experience program. Upon completion of the program, she successfully secured a permanent position with the same company, making $22.50 an hour. Until 2017, 53-year-old Air Force veteran Robert DeVeres of Hermosa Beach was a successful member of the upper management of Verco Manufacturing in Torrance, serving as Chief Technology Officer. But when the company changed directions in its operations, Robert was let go. He went back to consulting in the IT field, but still sought to gain full-time employment. Robert was referred to the South Bay One-Stop Business and Career Center in Torrance. After completing an orientation session, his case manager helped him enter a course so he could earn project management and Six Sigma Black Belt certifications. Armed with greatly enhanced resume, Robert interviewed with Avasant and El Segundo and was hired in the position of Senior Director of IT Strategy and Transformation. From the city of Lomita, Stephen Lopez was out of a job for over a year. Unable to benefit from the unemployment insurance, his savings were dwindling and he almost became homeless a few times. He came to the One Stop for help, where he obtained financial and job search assistance. With the help of his case manager and his determination, he secured employment at TriNet. Kathy Kirk, a Redondo Beach resident, was a senior director managing principal when her business unit was disbanded and her position eliminated. She sought unemployment services through EDD and was referred to our one-stop center for further assistance. Kathy was assigned a career counselor who provided career transition support, resources for preparing her resume, job search assistance, and no-cost training for obtaining a certification as a project management professional and certified Agile PMO through the University of Laverne. Our center also provided her with opportunities at career networking events, such as Career Bridges Builders coaching and networking groups held at American Martyrs Church in Manhattan Beach. Kathy accepted a position as a principal solution architect, client advisor, earning a six-figure salary. She is currently partnering with executives in the retail and fashion industry to navigate through the current business challenges, preserve working capital, and embarking on accelerated digital transformations. Brian Hugh, a young adult and recent college graduate from Torrance, was in search of employment. After months of applying and receiving minimal responses in interviews, he applied for the internship opportunity at L3 Harris. L3 Harris referred Brian to the One Stop Center for services, where he received resume assistance, interviewing skills, and support from a career counselor. Brian completed his internship at L3 Harris, which made him a more competitive applicant for job interviews. He obtained employment at Boeing as a procurement agent, earning $27 an hour, and aims to transition into an engineering role in the near future.
Hi, my name is Brian Hu, and I got connected to the South Bay One-Stop Torrance Career Center through an online job posting. They partnered locally with L3 Harris to offer a youth internship, through which I gained valuable engineering experience. After my internship at L3 Harris, I was hired at Boeing full-time as a procurement agent, where I still work today. Thank you, Boeing, L3 Harris, and South Bay Workforce Investment Board.
Juan Medrano, a Torrance resident, was eager to find employment to sustain his family as they were living out of his car. His biggest issue was securing the funds he needed for transportation and to obtain the necessary skills he lacked in order to secure employment. Juan reached out to our one-stop center and was enrolled in a truck driving program. He also received gas cards to ensure he had the means to attend classes scheduled. Upon successfully completing his training program, Juan obtained his Class A commercial driver's license with endorsements and received various job opportunities. Shortly thereafter, he and his family moved out of his car and into a rented space. 55-year-old veteran and Torrance resident Ron Allen was in desperate need of employment after being unemployed for more than 5 months. He visited our one-stop center and went through assessment process to identify the opportunities and assistance the one-stop center could provide. With the help of his case manager, he applied for multiple jobs and was immediately contacted by employers. He landed a job within a week at ASC Protection as an executive. The position offered Ron a great compensation package and a balanced work-life schedule. Garrett Horton, a young adult from Torrance and a Cal State University Long Beach student, came to the South Bay One-Stop Business and Career Center in Torrance seeking to obtain further experience in interviewing skills and assistance with building his resume in his field of study, business management and supply chain management. Garrett was assigned a case manager who assisted him in building his skills, including mock interviews to gain confidence and tailoring his resume based on the job position he was applying for. He found the one-stop connection with local companies very useful and was placed at L3 Harris Electron Devices for an internship while he finished school. He completed his internship at L3 Harris and earned his bachelor's degree. He then immediately found employment with Condor Cargo. Torrance resident Brittany Head, mother of 5 children, had been a successful self-employed health educator project specialist for 22 months. But early in 2019, she had to close her business due to an economic downturn. After applying for 60 positions in health education and 2 unsuccessful job interviews, Brittany realized she lacked 6 Sigma and project management certifications. So she turned to the South Bay Business Center in Carson. Her caseworker helped her enroll into 6 Sigma Lean Black Belt with project management training at New Horizons Career Development Solutions. After earning her certifications, Brittany secured employment as a health education and quality coordinator at Memorial Care Seaside Health Plan, earning $36.06 an hour plus benefits. Congratulations again to all of our successful participants. Part of their success would not be possible without our important training providers, assisting them with their education to have the skills the employers are looking for. Now I want to turn the ceremony over to their acknowledgement. The Workforce Board maintains a list of qualified training providers who not only deliver the education, but also ensure the individuals get hired. Our initial list of providers we'd like to acknowledge are those that have achieved an 80 to 90% job placement rate. American Aerospace Technical Academy Non-Destructive Testing Certificate Program. Antelope Valley College Aircraft Fabrication and Assembly Technician. Bentley Forbes Security Training Academic Inc. Advanced Security Officer 126. Camino Real Career School Class A Tractor Trailer Course. Coastline Community College Core Competencies Construction. Crescent College Chemical Dependency Counselor. Employed Security Service Center Inc. Logistics and Supply Chain Professional. Hacienda La Puente Adult School. Vocational Nurse, LVN, Security Guard, Advanced Private Security, Comprehensive. High Desert Truck Driving School, Inc., Professional Driver, Class A. Monrovia Community Adult School, Television Production, Pharmacy Technician. New Horizons, Career Development Solutions, 6 Sigma Black Belt with Project Management. UC Irvine Division of Continuing Education, Project Management. Now we would like to acknowledge training providers who have achieved a 90 to 100% job placement. Bentley Forbes Security Training, Academic Inc., Security Guard, and Guard Card Training. Cerritos College Supply Chain Logistics. College of the Canyons, Entry-Level CNC, Computer Numerical Control, NIMS Certified. Compton Adult School, Truck Driving. Electrical Training Institute, Electrical Pre-Apprenticeship Preparation. Los Angeles Valley College, Customer Service Specialist in Employability Skills. Loyola Marymount University Extension, Human Resources Professional Online. Select Therapy Institute, Nurse Assistant Accelerated. Transportation Guidance and Assistance Truck Driving School, Professional Truck Driving Training Program. UC Irvine Division of Continuing Education, Data Science, Digital Marketing and Communications Online. UCLA Extension Certificate in Project Management. Westchester College of Nursing and Allied Health, Nursing Assistant. Windsor School of Nursing Assistants, Nursing Assistant. Boy, that's a lot of talking, hasn't it? I mean, I've heard enough of this Jan Vogel character. In fact, Sandy, get ready to make me a hot rum toddy when I get home, because that's too much talking for one person. You know, when I was listening about all the training providers that received an award and did such a great job placing people, it reminded me back in 2000, the states required to have a list of training providers, and they didn't have a training provider list. So they came to the South Bay WIB and said, can we use your list because we're not in compliance, we don't have the list ready yet. So when you saw a list from the state back in 2000, it was really our list. It had the California flag on there, but shh, don't tell anybody, that's our secret. By the way, don't tell anybody about that Mike Bernick story I told you too. Shh. That's our secret. Anyway, give yourselves a round of applause, everybody. Everybody for all the awardees. You know, I want to congratulate President Maloney, President Limbaugh, well-honored awards. I want to congratulate all of our businesses, training providers, and especially our participants who did such a great job. And you know what, the one group I have, two groups I haven't thanked. One is our board. Without our board of directors, we wouldn't do anything. We wouldn't know what to do. So thanks for your leadership. Our community partners, the chambers, the COG, and all the nonprofits. And I want to particularly thank my staff. I have the greatest staff in the world. And I don't want to mention all of them, but I do want to thank Chris Cagle, although he left that elephant in the room back there, and his staff, Laura and Jameli particularly, and my assistant, Sharon Berry, who did an outstanding job. So with that, I can see who's here. Remember, I saw Pat Fury, but in fact, I could see Pat Fury. Pat Fury, don't get up yet. Not quite over, got to give me another minute. Look at the credits. You'll see pictures of my wonderful staff. And with that, I hope we'll see you live next year in the auditorium. Be safe, everybody. Have a great year.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me, let's float down to Peru. In Llama Land, there's a one-man band and he'll toot his flute for you. Fly with me, let's take off in a blue. Once I get you up there, where the air is rarefied, we'll just glide, starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may hear angels cheer just because we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. Just say the words and we'll beat the birds down to Acapulco Bay. It's perfect for a flying honeymoon, they do say. Come fly with me, let's fly, let's fly. Pack up, let's fly away. When marimba rhythm starts to play, dance with me, make me sway. Like a lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close, sway me more. Like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me, sway with ease. When you dance you have a way with me, stay with me, sway with me. Other dancers may be on the floor, yeah, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have the magic technique. When we sway, I grow weak. I can hear the sounds of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Other dancers may be on the floor, yeah, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have the magic technique. When we sway, I go weak. I can hear the sounds of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. You know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Come fly with me, let's float down to Peru. In Llama Land, there's a one-man band and he'll toot his flute for you. Fly with me, let's take off in a blue. Once I get you up there, where the air is rarefied, we'll just glide, starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may hear angels cheer just because we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. Just say the words and we'll beat the birds down to Acapulco Bay. It's perfect for a flying honeymoon. They do say, come fly with me, let's fly, let's fly. Pack up, let's fly away.